Memories Pizza, it's in Indiana, forced to close its doors after a backlash over the owner's comments about gay marriage. Roll tape.
If a gay couple was to come in, like say they wanted us to provide them pizzas for a wedding, we would have to say no. We're not discriminating against anyone. It's just that's our belief. And everybody has the right to believe anything.
All right, now take a look at this. One local news website first said that the restaurant didn't serve gays. That's totally untrue. It later amended its report to say the pizza restaurant would not cater gay weddings. Then we have this. A high school coach suspended after tweeting this, and here's the direct quote. "Who's going to Walkerton, Indiana, to burn down Memories Pizza with me? Agree with freedom of religion bill? That's a lifestyle they choose. Ignorant." All right, Judge Napolitano, whose excellent coverage of this has guided all the way through the week. Judge, welcome back.
These are hard cases making tough law.
But who is being discriminated against here? Is it religious people or is it gays?
Well, in Indiana, as regrettable as this is, the statement that the young woman made is lawfully protected. If you come into our shop and you want us to cater your wedding, who goes to a pizza parlor to cater a wedding? But let's assume that that's the case here. Right. I can't imagine the Queen having pizza. But anyway, yeah, if she has the right to choose not to do business with someone based on their sexual orientation under the law as it now stands in Indiana, and she is immune from the consequences of that decision because the federal law does not protect sexual orientation, discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, and the state law, unique to Indiana and a few others, most state laws do prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation. Indiana does not, but Indiana provides this added protection that if you do discriminate based on sexual orientation, you're insulated.
So you've got to remove that.
That's probably what's going to be removed. Can you imagine if she said it's against my religion to serve blacks or British or Italians? I mean, that is pre-1964 America. That is not post-1964 America. 1964 is the Civil Rights Act of 64.
It's a big deal being made out of something very... I don't know of any case, maybe you do, I don't know of any case where someone who is obviously gay or a gay couple walk into a restaurant and the owner says, "Get out of here." Does that happen? I mean,
no, I've never heard of that, but there are cases in New Mexico of bakers and florists refusing to provide their services for gay weddings.
For a wedding? That's
correct.
Different.
Correct.
That
well, this young woman, I think she said, cater your wedding.
Yeah,
we'll sell you a pizza because we want you to buy it and eat it here, but we won't cater your wedding because we don't believe you should get married. That's basically
she didn't say
saying.
Because we don't believe you should get married. We just said we won't cater your wedding for religious reasons.
That's the implication.
Is she allowed to say that?
In Indiana, yes. In New Jersey and New York, no. In the states that add sexual orientation as a prohibited basis for refusing to deal in a public accommodation, the answer is no. And most states have that.
Do you think that she should be allowed to say, we're not going to cater your wedding?
Well, if she can say, I'm not going to cater your wedding because it's a same-sex wedding, can she say, I'm not going to cater your wedding because it's an opposite-race wedding? Answer, no. I mean, we drew that line in America in 1964. Prior to 64, you could refuse to deal with somebody in a public accommodation for any reason. You're too short, you're too fat, you're too rich, you're too thin, you're too Catholic, you're too Jewish, you're too white, you're too black. After 64, in America, that's out. The public policy of the country changed.
I'll say it again. I'm glad we changed, because I do want an inclusive society. I'm sorry, I do. I know I'm going to get
pre-64 South for African Americans was a horrific place in America, and it took the federal government to change it.
I don't want to be stupid about this, but I was once thrown out of a diner in Waco, Texas, on the grounds that since I had a British accent, I must be gay. That happened to me. That happened to me. 1972, I think, 73.
Stuart, you are not gay.
This is true.
How many wives? Let's not go there.
He knows I'm not feeling very well, and he hits me with that one. Your time's up, Napolitano.
I still love you.
Right. Thank you, Judge.